Welcome back to Between the Lines. Today we're diving into a conversation that so many of us are quietly struggling with, the fear of slowing down because we no longer know who we are without the hustle. So many of us are constantly running, chasing goals, meeting targets, trying to prove something. But deep down, we're terrified of what happens when we finally stop. That fear of stopping, of who we become without achievements, is a quiet battle for many high achievers. Joining me to explore this is a woman who has walked this path personally and professionally. Today, I'm honored to be joined by someone who has guided so many through this exact journey. Please welcome with me, Miss Patricia Obi, a burnout recovery coach. Welcome, Patricia. It's truly a pleasure to have you here with us today. Thank you for being here. Let's start with you. For many high achievers, the idea of slowing down feels almost terrifying. What has that fear looked like in your own life or in the lives of the people you work with? For me personally, that fear showed up as constant anxiety. Even when I tried to rest, I felt guilty, like I was wasting time if I wasn't being productive. I didn't know who I was if I wasn't achieving something. I realized I had tied my entire identity to productivity. Slowing down felt like disappearing, like I would lose myself completely if I wasn't constantly achieving. Tying my self-worth to achievement was exhausting. Now, when I slow down, I feel like I'm disappearing. It makes so much sense why slowing down would feel like disappearing. That's such a powerful realization, Patricia. When did you first notice that your entire identity had become tied to productivity? It became very clear to me during the pandemic. Even when the whole world slowed down, I couldn't stop working. I was exhausted, but I kept pushing because if I stopped, I didn't know who I was anymore. That's such a powerful moment of awareness. The pandemic forced the world to slow down, yet you still couldn't stop. How did that realization change the way you work with your clients today? It completely changed how I coach my clients. I now help them create what I call identity without hustle. We work on finding who they are while building their sense of self outside of their productivity. Hustle can become an identity. When it stops, the fear is losing oneself. That's a powerful insight, Patricia. How do you help someone who is terrified of slowing down begin to rebuild their identity outside of hustle? I start by helping them separate their worth from their output. We begin with small exercises, like spending just 30 minutes a day doing absolutely nothing productive, and then reflect on how that feels. That's such a gentle and powerful way to begin. What kind of reactions do your clients usually have when they first try those small moments of doing nothing? Most clients feel intense discomfort at first. They get restless, anxious, and even guilty, like they're wasting time. Some even say it feels scary, as if they're losing control. That discomfort makes so much sense. Many people describe it as almost losing control. How do you help them move past that initial resistance? I help them move past it by normalizing the discomfort. We start with very tiny, safe moments of rest and then gently explore the emotions that come up without judgment. Over time, they learn that nothing bad happens when they stop. What's one of the biggest transformations you've seen in a client after they begin to rebuild their identity outside of hustle? One of the most beautiful transformations I've seen is when a client started finding joy in simply being. She told me, for the first time, I feel like I exist even when I'm not doing anything. That moment is always very emotional. That's so beautiful, Patricia. Hearing a client say they finally feel they exist even when they're not doing anything, that must be incredibly rewarding. It really is. The most rewarding part is watching them slowly fall in love with themselves again, outside of what they produce. That's such a beautiful transformation, Patricia. Seeing someone fall in love with themselves again, outside of their achievements, must be incredibly fulfilling. It's about recognizing the pattern and choosing to respond differently. That's truly powerful. For someone listening right now who feels stuck in that same cycle, what's one practical step you would recommend they start with today? The very first step I recommend is to schedule just one small block of non-productive time each day, even 20 minutes. No phone, no tasks. Just observe how it feels without judging yourself. That's such a simple and practical starting point, Patricia. What changes do your clients usually notice after they've been doing this consistently for a few weeks? They often report feeling more present, less anxious, and surprisingly more creative. Many say they finally feel like they're living instead of just performing. That's such a profound shift, moving from performing to actually living. What would you say to someone watching right now who feels they can't even imagine that kind of freedom yet? I would tell them to be very gentle with themselves. You don't have to believe you can be free yet. You only have to be willing to try one small moment of rest today. That single step is enough to begin the journey. That's such compassionate and practical advice, Patricia. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much, Patricia, for being so open and generous with your insights today. Your words will definitely help many people who are feeling exactly this way. Thank you, Patricia, for this honest conversation. And to you watching, you are more than your hustle. You are allowed to rest. See you in the next episode.